Hello, welcome back to class. My name is Latanya, and let's get started for the day, or night, or morning, whatever time of day it is that you're watching. So, right now we're just seated in a seated position. If you would like, you can cross your non dominant leg over your dominant leg. So, in this case, my left is crossed over my right. So, let's just get settled into class and just take a moment to thank yourself for arriving today. Feel free to close your eyes. Maybe you place your hands on your knees, palms down or palms up. Palms up for receiving, palms down to stay grounded. Make sure your spine is nice and straight. You can add in some neck rolls. Some shoulder rolls backwards. And reverse. And just do whatever movement here feels good for you. Or maybe it's no movement at all. And now let's come to tabletop and let's do cat cow. So your wrist should be under your elbows, under your shoulders, and same as your knees should be under your hips. So let's just take a moment. And on your inhale, round your spine. Inhale, exhale, rounding spine, tucking tailbone. Inhale, chin up, tailbone to the sky. Exhale, round. Okay, back to tabletop, back to neutral. Next, we're going to thread the needle. So take your right arm and go through the left. Okay, return to neutral. Do the opposite hand, left arm, thread through the right. And back to neutral. And let's go into child's pose. So pushing your hips all the way back towards your mat and straighten your arms out. Maybe your head touches the mat. And if you need to, just widen your stance out. Widen your knees out. Let's take a few moments right here. All right, back to tabletop. And let's do some hip rotations. So, side to side. And we can also incorporate our wrist stretches right here. So if we turn our wrist in, so our wrists are coming in, and go side to side so we can get into some wrist stretches. And turn your wrists where your fingers are towards you. So like this. And right here, we're just going back and forth. All right. Now let's come to our downward dog. So we're tucking our feet and pushing our heels back, our hips back, and push your chest towards your thighs. And you can do a bend in the knees and pedal the dogs, walk the dogs. On your next inhale, walk your feet to your hands. Exhale, forward fold. And right here we can do a ragdoll. So grab each opposite of your elbows and just let your head hang. with a soft bend in your knees. Release that. And let's do a half lift, hands to shin. Scoop up your chin. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain. Hands up, palms together in prayer. Palms to chest. Okay, let's go into a forward fold. Half lift. Forward fold. Downward dog. And pedal out your dogs. And on your next inhale, walk your feet to your hands. Forward fold. Exhale. Inhale, mountain pose, hands to sky. Palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart. And release. Have a sip of water. And let's make our way to chair pose. So inhale, arms up towards the sky. And bend your knees as if you're sitting in a chair. On your next inhale, on your next exhale, forward fold. Step your left foot back, and we're going to come into a low lunge. So our left leg is back and our right leg is at a 90-degree angle. Hands up if you're feeling comfortable. If not, you can keep your hands on the mat. And let's go into Warrior One. So tuck your left foot, bring it up, and hand to the sky. Keep that bend in your knee. Now let's go into Warrior Two. Straighten your arms out. Square your hips. And keep your back foot at an angle. Look through your right hand. And go into reverse warrior. So reach your left arm back, right hand forward, raise up. Release, Warrior 2. And right here, we're taking our right hand to the mat and let our left hand go up to the sky. Okay, let's go into down dog, hands to mat. Step your right foot back, down dog. Walk your feet to your hands. Half lift. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot back. Make sure your left leg is in a 90-degree angle and hands to sky. And if you don't feel comfortable with your hands to the sky, you can leave them on the mat. And right here, I'm just grabbing my blocks so you can see what that looked like with support. So again, your right foot back, left leg 90-degree angle, and place the blocks at a comfortable height for you. And then come up to Warrior 1. Make sure to keep that bend in your front leg, your left leg. And if you need a wider stance, just scoot your right foot out towards the side so you can feel a deeper stretch. Exhale, Warrior 2. And keep that left foot bent. Reverse Warrior. And as your left hand comes down, back to Warrior 1. Then your left hand comes down to the mat and your right hand goes towards the sky. You can keep that left leg bent or you can straighten it out and bring your right hand down to the mat to down dog. And you can pedal out your legs, walk the dogs, take a couple moments right here. And then walk your feet to your hands. And just right here, get a nice stretch. And come up, mountain pose, hands to sky, palms together, hands to chest. Release, shake it out. Get you a drink of water, towel off. Now it's time for balancing poses. So right here, we are going into a tree pose. So take your right foot, stand on the balls of your foot and kickstand it towards your left leg and palms to heart, prayer hands. So right here, we just testing our balance. If you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes for a few seconds and see how that feels. Go ahead and switch to your left foot. And release that. Forward fold. And let's come down into a seated position. With your legs extended, we're doing a seated forward fold. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to foot. And if you can't touch your foot, that's fine, just as close as you can get. Whatever feels comfortable to you. And release. Butterfly pose. Make sure the heels of your feet are touching. And just take a few moments right here. And close your eyes if you feel like it. Okay, so release that by taking your hands and pushing your knees together. So next we're going to go into a figure 4 stretch. So lay down on your back. Your bottom of your feet is on the mat. Take your right leg and cross your foot over on your left leg. And then take your right arm, go in between your leg, and grab your left arm for a nice stretch. And release. Feet back to floor, back to mat. And take your left leg, cross it over. Left arm goes in between to grab your right hand for another stretch. Just giving my foot a little rotation, a little wiggle room. And release. Next, we're going into happy baby. So you can grab the inside of your foot or the outside, whichever feels comfortable. And you can give yourself a little rock back and forth, or you can just stay where you are. Release. So let's go ahead and extend both of our legs. Extend our hands above our head for a nice stretch. Okay, bring your right leg, your knee to chest. You can give your ankles some rotations here, whatever feel comfortable. And let's go into a twist. So right here, I'm using my block to twist to hold my leg on. So go ahead and twist your arms around into a T pose, and you are looking at the opposite way that you are twisting. Release. Let's do another full body stretch. Extend your arms above your head and extend your legs. And bring your left leg, bring your left knee to chest for a stretch here. Here is a visual of me placing the block under my leg for that support while I do a twist. Make sure your arms are in the T pose and turn your head to the opposite side of which you are stretching. Okay, release. Now let's take both knees to chest. And right here you can rotate your ankles as well. Give them feet some love. Release. Shavasana. So, Shavasana, you can stay lying down, or my favorite, feet up the wall. So, this is how I'm going to do my Shavasana, feet up the wall. And you can take your left hand to heart, right hand to sacral, or they can be off to the side, whichever feels comfortable to you for Shavasana. While in Shavasana, I always allow myself to feel thankful for the time that I allowed myself to show up for the day, give gratitude on everything that I have. Allow the ground to hold you, allow the earth to support you. Release tension in your neck, unclench your jaws. Soften something in your body and just allow the earth to hold you up in this space. Let's deepen our breaths. So let's slow our breath down a little. Take time to fill your lungs and take time to release. And when you're ready, Just start inviting energy back into your body, movement back into your body. Wiggle your toes, your fingers. And when you're ready, roll over to your right side and get in a nice little fetal position, a resting position before you get up. Allow yourself to slowly come out of Shavasana, no rush. And come to our seated pose. So let's go ahead and seal in our practice for the day. Arms up, inhale, palms touch, exhale, hands to heart. And let's just take a few moments right here and thank yourself for allowing you to show up in your, just to allow movement in your body for the day. Namaste.